The thing that men hate more than women who love themselves is men who love women. They can't stand men who actually love women and respect women and treat women well. That is one of the biggest threats to patriarchy and them having power over us and to convince us that we don't deserve anything better, that nothing better exists. We might as well settle for this loser because men suck, so this one sucks less than the rest. They hate, look at this. So this dude posted on Twitter, I'm not calling it X. No more kids for me. My wife had the jokes when I got home from the doctor today. Right, and it's full of all these fun jokes because he got snipped, right? No nuts, no more swimmers, snip cake, unlimited cream pie, shooting duds. Like, this all funny. I've seen this before. A lot of times that women have husbands. I've seen this before. A lot of times that women have husbands who actually care about their birth control and don't want them to suffer from the pain of inserting an IUD and the extra bleeding associated with that, or, all the other forms of birth control that affect us so terribly, right? They affect us so terribly. Remember, when birth control came out for men, they just scrapped it because men were like, oh no, the side effects are too much. They're so weak. They're so weak and selfish. Nuh-uh. Clearly, because I'm talking about one who's not. So this man, like a lot of men, in fact, several of the fathers that I know who, really loved their wives, after 2, they got snipped. Why? Because they didn't want another child. They didn't want to have to worry about having another child. They didn't want to put all that stress on their wives. Because guess what? If you have an accidental pregnancy, she's going to be the one who has to go through an abortion. All that stuff, all the hormones involved with that, all of the, none of that, let's just snip. It's so easy. It's reversible too. It's literally one of the most supportive things that a man can do for his wife, if they do not want children, is to just snip it, right? And so I gotta show you the comment section. The men, they tell on themselves. I swear, that is what is so amazing about social media. We have some men who are sharing their experiences of, doing what they should be doing as loving partners and also helping inform each other of, what that involves. And also, as we've seen so many times, the men who just really hate women so much. The comments they leave, it's like, whoa, bro, you really hate women. Good to know. It's on public record now, buddy. That's why women go on men's social media all the time to see, what does this guy really think? What is he really about? So I am glad. It's like we get to read their dear diary. I hate women again today. They just put it on Twitter. What I love is that this guy, I know he probably did a lot of this for engagement because, this went viral. But he spent a lot of time talking back to these men and then also talking to men who were like, yeah, dude, I did it too, or asking for information. So he had to pin this. I still have my balls, you idiots. The amount of trolls in here is insane. For those that appreciate the humor, thank you. A vasectomy is an incredibly minor procedure. If you're done having kids, I'd encourage any man to do it. And we need more men doing this, especially if, in the United States where Roe v. Wade is, we see women dying because their birth control access and their family planning options are being removed. Look at this. Apparently she's the dad in the relationship. I mean, you start to realize that men not only don't know women's bodies at all, they don't know how many tampons we use. They don't even know how many holes we have. It's so disturbing how little men know about our bodies, but they don't even know their own. They don't even know about what happens to their own bodies because that's how much they hate us and themselves. He's like, this is just sad, bro. No amount of copium will change that. You do realize nothing changes for the male, right? I just won't have any more kids than 2. That's it. This one right here is so funny. She literally had him castrated. Again, this is men cannot comprehend a man actively choosing to love and support his wife. They just assume because everything is projection for them. Because they want to control somebody. They assume that anything a man is doing is because she's controlling him. He wouldn't dare do this, I don't know, to be a good partner. And he's like, I still have my balls, you idiot. And I love that other men jumped in to help defend. This is the kind of energy we need. And especially if any men who follow me, especially cishet men who, just choose not to do anything to help. This is what we need, because we deal with these trolls every day, all day. And on the rare occasion that men actually have to deal with men trolling them, it's usually because men are like being healthy and loving people and loving their wives and supporting women. Y'all get a little taste of what we're up against every day, and I promise you, you can handle it. We can handle it. You can handle it. Get in there. We're tired. So this guy is like, he's shooting blanks. It changes everything subconsciously. Because again, men, this says everything about the way this person thinks. And then this guy jumps in, LOL, that is true, but not the way you think. It removes the stress and the worry because there's zero chances of making a baby you don't want. It's a good subconscious thing. This guy was like, well, I wouldn't say zero chance. So then they start having a conversation about, oh, by the way, be careful. You can still get her pregnant with this procedure. Watch out, guys. Like, I love this. Look at this one. Let me guess. It was her idea and she nagged you until you gave in. It's all good. Sometimes inferior bloodlines aren't meant to live on. Thank you for your service. Look at this. You're an idiot. I wanted to do it to make sure I didn't have any surprises. I'm happy with my 2 kids. Nothing changes for the male. No changes in testosterone. Thanks for the sarcastic concern, tough guy. I love that this guy jumped in and was like, nah, you guys have been brainwashed on the internet by guys like Andrew Tate. You've seen the state of this world. This man has already had 2 children, 2 more than you're ever gonna have. Another one can fork up your life, up the life for him. So he's taken out that risk. This douche comes in. If having a child couldn't fuck up your life, that's something you have to work on. I love it. Men like this will never raise their own children. Only men who do not actually raise children and do any of the labor, which means, and also sacrifice literally anything for their children, those are the men who make comments like this. Because any woman who has ever gotten pregnant and had a child or been a mother, or any person who has been the primary parent, the primary caregiver, would never say something like this. Ask all the women whose careers have been derailed because taking care of children is such a huge job. Another person, whatever, you never convince me it's not going to affect your sex drive. This guy jumps in. I love this. Oh, congrats, I'm getting one soon too. I'm guessing most of these comments are from unmarried bros that don't have any kids, haha. 100% these kids are Andrew Tate worshiping dorks with the game on their nightstand next to their bottle of lotion. Ah! I literally cut off his balls. Again, do you all understand? Can you please Google vasectomy and then castration and see there is a difference? Embarrassing, bro. You should probably delete this. Other ones are like, you shouldn't be talking about this. Go get help. Some things are best keeping private. No, this is the problem. Men have not been talking about this enough. I swear, every time a man does something like this, he normalizes it. He normalizes caring about the impact of childbirth and its trauma and having children and its impact on a woman especially, but the family. He is normalizing men giving a crap about that. So, men need to yell this from the mountaintops. I'm getting a vasectomy. And that's what this dude did. Bravo, dude. And then this guy comes in and talks about his procedure, how he's got the thing, whatever. He's got questions. What's the recovery like? I love this. I love this public conversation about a very important thing that men should be talking about. He's reassuring him, just ice, stay off your feet. It's easy. Because I understand why men would be scared to get this. But it's still nothing compared to what happens to women when we do a procedure like this, or just from the effects of birth control. Bleeding 3 or 4 extra days a month, plus the ungodly pain of getting that IUD with no anesthesia, I'm not sure it was worth it. I should have just stuck with condoms. This guy warns them, like, be careful, you can still get someone pregnant. And then look at this person. I had 2 kids and a vasectomy to avoid having other ones. That tells me everything I need to know about how you feel about kids. Like, a parent would legit have to hate their kids to see them and say, God forbid I have any more. A man had to write that, y'all. Men like that are a far bigger threat to patriarchy than someone like me. Because I may be out here to help a lot of women, and some men who can see me as a human being and actually be willing to listen to me. But we know men listen to men. They don't listen to me. And it's about time more men start facing their biggest fear, the opinions of other men, to help everyone out.